how's it going? You're welcome to my channel. My name is Fiona. I have 3 children. I am pregnant on baby number 4. I'm a yoga teacher, a breastfeeding supporter, and I love to upload things to do with pregnancy, birth, breastfeeding, parenting, and yoga. So today I'm going to give you my 34-week update on my pregnancy. So it's my 5th pregnancy. 2 years ago we had a miscarriage, and so really excited now coming into the home stretch really. So I thought I'd just give you a little update on how I'm doing physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, because it is really all-encompassing pregnancy. It's not just the physical. If you're new here, you're very welcome, and if you've been following along for a while, thanks a million for sticking around. If you have been following along for a while as well, you'll know that we are planning our 4th home birth. So it's very exciting because the whole family is involved, and especially now as the midwife's visits are more often, the kids know what to expect. They're getting to know her. They're getting to hear their little brother or sister's heartbeat. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. That'll be a big surprise on the day or night. So that's a really, really lovely aspect of planning a home birth when you already have children. I would highly recommend it. So obviously this is the 4th home birth, so we've experienced this before, and with our other children as well, with the the toddlers and older children. So we have a 10-year-old, 7-year-old, 4-year-old, and so you can imagine the excitement. It's very, very, it's just lovely. So as I say, my midwife is calling over more frequently now. It's really lovely, just really relaxed, getting to know her, chatting about the birth, about what the plans are, about different things about how I'm feeling. And actually I'm feeling really well mostly. At this stage I have slowed down a lot, probably in the past 2 weeks really. I think on each pregnancy it happens sooner, because you're a bit older, you're probably a bit bigger. Well, that's been my experience so far. So slowing down and leaning on other people a little bit more, leaning on my husband, on my kids, getting them to do more things around the house and stuff like that, because I just can't do the same amount as I could. So a lot of that is just accepting that I can't do the same amount that I normally would, or at the same speed. So that is just part of it, and I know like I've been here before. So just accepting that I'm going a bit slower, and as I say, delegating a little bit. I can't, for example, pick things up and down. I just can't do it. It's just, I find it too much. So either sitting down and gathering things together, all at once, and then standing up, or just getting someone else to do it if it's, something small. So but overall feeling really good. I'm not suffering from anything. Like, I had pretty bad heartburn for a while. Then as soon as the baby dropped about 2 weeks ago, I could feel a lot of relief around, the heartburn. I'm just not really getting it anymore, which is fantastic. I guess the pressure upwards, the upwards pressure was really affecting me. So that's completely gone now, which is great. The only real ache that I get is in the sides of my hips while I'm sleeping, and I have a really good pregnancy pillow, and I'm swapping sides, and I'm doing lots of stretches in between. Like in the middle of the night I'll go into child's pose for a couple of breaths, maybe 30 seconds and a minute. Really just try to stretch out a little bit before I go on to my other side. So thankfully I have yoga. I have many years experience practicing yoga and teaching yoga, so I know kind of what will help me. So that's been really good. I really have no other pains. A little bit of pressure I'm feeling now, on my pubic bone, but I'm doing like some pelvic tucks, and that is really helping. But yeah, like really feeling good, apart from, in general feeling really good. Once or twice I've had to kind of curtail walks because I just feel the pressure is quite strong, on my pubic bone. But mostly great, yeah, like physically feeling really good. Since my last update, I attended 2 appointments in the hospital because that's kind of the policy after you've had COVID during pregnancy. In the hospital I'm attending, you go and get a check at 2 weeks and then at 4 weeks. So I did both of those and everything came back perfect. I did a CTG scan, all the usual urine and blood pressure and all that. Everything was fine. And then at the 4 weeks post-COVID as well, everything was fine. I don't plan on going back to the hospital again. My midwife is visiting me every 2 weeks, and then soon it'll be every week. So she does all the checks, she does everything, and she's fantastic. So I'm really lucky that, this is it, it's home from now on. And that's just the great thing about home birth. You don't have to go in. Like, as much as I found the hospital fine, it's not a problem for me to go in, but it's just a very different experience to someone who you welcome into your home, who sits down and has a cup of tea and a chat, and there's no rushing, there's no waiting. I find the hospital I might be there for 2 hours, but actually get 15 minutes altogether, maybe with 3 different people or whatever. Whereas at home, I get 2 hours and it's 2 hours with my caregiver. It's a very different experience, and in my opinion, it's far superior. Okay, she doesn't have the ability to do a scan, but she can do everything else, and honestly, I don't need to see the baby if I can hear its heartbeat, and she's very, very thorough. So that's fantastic, and I just love that the kids can be here for it. It's just so special. Like, they could never go and hear the baby's heartbeat in the hospital. They're just not welcome there. It's not allowed, and it's not the kind of place I'd like to bring them anyway, for waiting around in waiting rooms, even if they could go. So yeah, it's great. So feeling really good, feeling big and slowing down, but in general feeling really good and really positive, really excited. The fact that I have only 3 weeks to wait until I'm full term, like at 37 weeks, I'm able to have my baby at home because I'll be full term. And yes, that's really, really close. Time to get excited, time to start preparing, I suppose. Oh yeah, I have started to make lists of what I need for myself, for the baby, for the birth, and slowly gather those things together. But I have a little bit of time still, so it's just kind of getting on that path of preparing for the birth and for the baby. So yeah, that's really exciting. Really, it's really great. It's great to be in that phase of preparing. Yeah, so that's all I have for today. Really, it's very short, but please, if you have any questions about pregnancy, yoga, home birth in Ireland, let me know and I'll see if I can help. Oh yeah, and just if you would like to have a quick look at my bump, it's getting really big. I'm just going to show you now. Thank you so much for following and for your lovely messages. I really appreciate you sticking around with me and on this journey. Thanks a million for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.